Hello everyone, how are you doing and welcome to class. In today's class, we're going to talk about what is a chatbot. We're going to understand conversational AI, which is called the chatbot. So, when you think about a chatbot, what comes to your mind? I know many of us, it's the buzzword ChatGPT, Gemini, and all of these are chatbots. If you think about it like that, you are actually correct. So a chatbot for short is a chat robot. So look at that word, chat robot. So they are a conversational AI that engage in conversations with human beings. Generally, a chatbot is a computer program designed to simulate human conversation. Remember, when we talk about AI, we said AI is we are building AI, mimicking it to the level of intelligence or understanding as human. And we have to define what human intelligence is before we can really understand what intelligence of AI, artificial intelligence, is. So remember that phrase, trying to build machines to have the same level of intelligence or even surpass the level of intelligence of humans. And this is not just based on ability to remember things. It's not just based on ability to be special or be very good at the game. It's not just based on ability to solve maths. It's not just based on cognitive ability. It's a whole package that makes man intelligent. So the word chatbot is a short form for chat robot, and is a program designed to simulate human conversation. So the concept is you're thinking you are talking to a human. As much as possible, try to make the conversation like you are conversing with a human through text or voice interactions. So chatbot has a lot of purpose, and the main purpose is to automate communication, provide information, perform tasks, that require user input and generating response. So I believe we are clear on that part. Now let's look at how chatbot work. Before we look at how chatbot work, let's just give a very simple example. Why would you need a chatbot, for example? So imagine that you are the CEO of a company and you are into baking, maybe baking of flowers. So let's call your company Flower X. So now remember that you have to be you are the CEO of the company. You are still the same customer representative of the company, or the customer service agent of the company. You are still the same person distributing, and because of you are just starting, you have limited finance, you don't have the ability to employ a whole lot of people to assist you. Now, this is where AI can come into play. Let's call our AI Flora X or Flower X. Now, Flower X is an AI that can be able to assist you so that you will not just break down because of too many things to do at the same time. Remember, when your product starts reaching the market and people start liking what you are doing, they love your product, a lot of people want to buy from you. And sometimes human decisions and decision making is a thought process. They actually want to ask questions. They want to know, what's the product about? What time do you open? Can I come and see you off? All of those things that will be time consuming. Your customers might have very simple complaints that they want your attention because they feel they paid you money or they need a service and you need to get their attention. Everybody wants their attention, your attention at the same time, especially when your business starts growing. So this is where chatbot coming. So imagine that someone else wants to ask, what is the time of opening? Now, your chatbot that has been trained on the frequently asked questions can easily tell, oh, we are open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Somebody just needs to ask, and it's calling your buzzing your line. Just want to ask, I want to know how is the payment done? How can payment be done? You can have a chatbot that completely explains how payment is done. based on the FAQs and the knowledge that he has. So imagine that you also have some set of clients who want to complain about something. They tried the product, it was probably not getting what they want, and it's just something as simple as be an instruction that they read. You could have your chatbot also answer them. Now you can see that it helps you a lot to save time and to focus on the more creative part of your work, rather than having to answer questions that get yourself broken down by so many repetitive questions that shouldn't be. So how does the chatbot work? So at the core, chatbot uses the NLP, natural language processing, and we've talked about this several times. This is a new development where machines can be able to process the natural language, right, and also receive and return responses in something that mimics a natural language, which is unlike before, where machines only just understood machine language. Now, machines can be able to understand natural language based on not just what you are saying, but on your context of what you are saying. It tries to understand what's the context of which you are talking from, and tries to understand what you actually mean for what you're saying. So this is a very good innovation where machines can be able to let's break this down simply. It has the simplified breakdown is input reception. The first is to be able to receive your inputs by text or by a voice. So they have voice. So you can just write text. Oh, what time do you open? As simple as that in a text. And it's going to give a response because it's already been trained on the frequently asked questions that would open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And that question, you could use a voice prompt to just ask the questions, what time do you open? And it's going to answer. Now, remember that this is actually, it's going to use a technology called speech to text, STT. It's going to convert that speech into text. It can also convert the speech in case you ask a question that is, it require it to give a voice output, it will back into speech. Natural language understanding here talks about the fact that AI, it's able to analyze input to understand the context of what you're saying. So that's the new one. And intent too is trying to understand what are you asking for. Are you asking for the order started to set the password or find the store out? So it tries to understand your intent, then keep it some information, the order number, password, whatever it is that can help you to get. Like if you say you are looking for which stores you have in Nigeria, you can say, okay, we have a store in Lagos, we have a store in Abuja, we have a store in Makurdi. And context management, which is more like a chatbot is able to remember previous conversations and interactions and follow up so that the conversation can be very clean. So in terms of response, it gives response in a way by checking the frequently asked questions the company has that's been trained on. It can also access external APIs or database if it needs to fetch some things like maybe get tracking order updates, or so you can just locate the weather API and all of that. You can also use natural language generation. It generates natural language in response that you can at least mimic human-like response, and it delivers it through text in chat window. I believe that's clear. Let's look at type of chatbots that we have. We have two types of chatbots. The first one is the easier one. That's the rule-based or scripted chatbots. In this type of chatbot, they are operating on predefined rules, keywords, or decision trees. So, if you have trained your chatbot on, the type of answers, like you tell it store hours, you tell it your time of resumption, how we deliver groups, how to track your package. You have trained it on how to set password and all those basic things. The moment a question is asked, it's able to give a response based on the predefined rules. Then if it's something that you're asking outside the program rules, it's going to tell you, I don't understand, or it transfers you to a human agent. So the process of this is very easy to build, predictable, and good for FAQs. And the cause is that it is not nuanced. It cannot spot unexpected queries. It can reason on its own. It cannot give answers based on all it has been trained to give us answers. So let's basically look at we have AI-powered generative conversation. So that's the second part. So AI-powered generative conversation, this is more advanced, and this one requires a huge amount of money to run. Because they require a large amount of data. They can understand context, they can reason, they can be more fluid in natural conversations, and handle a wide range of queries. So they are more human-like, they can be flexible, improve user experience, but more complex as it comes, expensive to build and train, but requires vast amount of data. So we have popular examples like ChatGPT, customer service bots that understand complex sentences and really facts better, Gemini, and all these big AIs that we have today. So this is the much we will take into this class. Join me in the next class as we delve more into AI.